Evening. It's January 5th, 2017, and this is the weekly Twin Flame Tarot reading. Now, this has been by far one of the more interesting readings for myself. I actually had to stop and kind of get myself together and do a little bit of music channeling during this too, because Spirit was just so strong in their messages today. And the one song that was playing in my head that while I was shuffling the cards was a song called Living Inside Myself by Gino Vanelli. And it's not a song that I normally would listen to, so I decided to look it up on YouTube and look at the lyrics. And actually on the YouTube video, it had 111 thumbs down, which is interesting because I wasn't crazy about the song, but 111 were some pretty awesome numbers. So I will get to the music in a moment because I had a couple messages given to me through music tonight. But I want to get to the cards first of all, because for the masculine, I actually drew all major arcana cards, which I've never done that before in this type of reading. I've actually never done that before in any type of reading. And I've got the masculine over here and the feminine over here. And I was just kind of blown away. Now, I know Spirit wanted me to shuffle a little bit longer because I usually shuffle until Spirit tells me to stop. And tonight, it just seemed like it was going on and on and on. And now I know why. The first card for the masculine is a star reversed. And for that one, all of his cards have to do with his thinking and his breaking down of his ego. And for this one here in particular, it's not necessarily bad, but he's starting to look back into his childhood and he's looking back at the things and the people that hurt him. And he's getting upset about it and he's dealing with that just like he did a few months ago. But with the new year, he finds that he's kind of looking at things in a different light. And that kind of goes along with the next card, which is the sun reversed. So through this darkness with the sun reversed and the star reversed, he's actually gaining insight and he's actually gaining clarity through both of these cards. And things are starting to make sense to him, a little too much sense. It's kind of freaking him out a little bit because as we were talking about last week, this is a very, very strong masculine figure. This is someone who has always been very confident. And this is shaking him up a lot. For his third card, it's the Tower reversed, which in this circumstance indicates that the changes are happening. And he's kind of dealing with them inwardly. And he's, he was going through this before too, but he's going through, this is major arcana. The Tower, the sun, the star, all these in the reverse position is freaking huge. I got to say it. Things are changing right now for him. His belief systems are being broken down. His healing is really, really in the depths. He's got that open wound right now. And what absolutely blew me away was the Lovers in this position for him, because if you look at it, he's in the water. He's this knight. He is in the water. He is in it. He is in his healing right now, and he is still lifting her up to reach her light and lift her up to the sun and lift her up to the divine. This, I've never seen a better representation of what the masculine is going through right now than this card. He is going through hell for the feminine right now. And he is taking everything he has to lift her into the light because he loves her so much. And it is so obvious in this. He's got his arms around her and she's just got her head back in complete surrender. And she's looking up towards the light and he's looking at her, just admiring her. And it is just a testimony to how devoted the masculine is to her. And, this is all, this reading was just so, it so resonated with me at this moment because it just makes so much perfect spiritual sense right now. Now for her cards, now he's going through all this upheaval. Her first card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is security. He's doing all this, whether he's changing careers, He is working harder to build a nest, to buy a home. He's doing all this for her so that she can feel secure in herself and she can feel loved and she can feel balanced. That's why he's doing it. He just loves her so much. He's willing to go through all this hell for her. And then her next card is the Ace of Cups, which is one of the best cards you can get in a love reading. And that is just an absolute outpouring of love to her from the masculine. It is just one of the best cards you can get. And that is all the absolute outpouring of love from him and devotion. And a lot of this stuff is happening in the 5D. It's a lot of telepathic. It's a lot of, the feminine will just be going through her day and all of a sudden just feel something and, that extra push she needs to get her work done or that extra push she needs to make herself feel good. It's coming from him. He's really reassuring her that he loves her. Now this one, the last one is the Seven of Wands. And it's just a confirmation from her, which she already knows that the timing is not right for union right now. And she knows that. And she's trying not to get caught up in the romance. And she's trying not to get caught up in things like that. And she's feeling a little anxious about her mission and her career and where things are going. Because for her outcome, I pulled the Ace of Swords. So she's having a little bit of trouble getting things started. And Seven of Wands is kind of saying, you know what? Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so picky. Just kind of let things flow like they're supposed to. And, she's just got to remember to let that go because no matter what happens, she's got the Ace and the Ten of Pentacles. She's got the Ace of Cups. She's got that love and she's got the Ten of Pentacles, which is a security. So no matter what happens, she is always going to be loved and taken care of from the masculine. Now for the center cards, I've got Judgment, which again is trying not to, jump into any kind of judgment about what's going on towards each other or towards other people or towards, what's going on with the relationship. This is just keep it slow. Don't rush. Things are happening the way that they're supposed to happen. But it's definitely time to get serious. It's definitely time to know where you're going and what direction you're going in. Now for the center card, I got the Knight of Wands, which is, it's the passion for the masculine. He's on the horse and he's heading towards the feminine cards. And he is, once he gets out of his little funk, he's going to bring that passion to her, that where she's kind of hesitating over here, he's going to bring that little bit of spunk to her life and that little bit of passion and that kick in the butt that she needs. And, he's always going to be behind her. He's always going to be that, knight in shining armor to rescue her in that situation. Because the mission is together. It's not all on one person on one side. It's together. It's a joint effort. And for the third, for the both of them, I got the Magician. The Magician is just a warning that, don't let all this passion trick you into thinking it's something else or coming from a different person other than your twin. Because this, especially for us girls and us females, that passion from the male is very addicting. And it kind of ignites the goddess within us. And it's just a reminder, stay on mission, stay on focus. And things will come together. Same thing with the male, because, whatever he gives out, he also gets back from her. So once he goes through all his stuff and he starts feeling that love again from the feminine, it's going to give him that little ego boost that he loves to have. And it's just a reminder not to trick him into bad behaviors and reverting back to things that he used to do. Now, when I was talking about music, like I said, that song Living Inside Yourself was, it was playing, it was in my head. This is what was given to me from Spirit. Anytime, this is good advice for everybody, anytime you get a song in your head and you haven't just heard it on the radio, you don't know where it came from. A lot of times it's from spirit, and it's very important to pay attention to those things. And, to look up the lyrics, look up the song meanings. There could be different, clues within the artists, within, numbers. For me, a lot of it is lyrics. And like I said, the song Living Inside Myself was in my head. And like I said, I'm not crazy about the song. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little intense for me. But the first lyrics that really stuck out to me, which sounded to me like what the masculine's going through right now, it says, "She's a cloud that hangs above my world, and I find myself wandering in the rain. And I can't go on. I'm living inside myself. I'm lost." He's definitely living inside himself because he's going through a lot of his stuff from his childhood. And so he's feeling it, but it's kind of like how we were about a year ago. The feminine was about a year ago. We were awakening. We were coming into ourselves. We were dealing with the healing process, like the tail end of it, and it was kicking our butts. And I remember specifically living here in South Florida, right around January is the time that my awakening really kicked in, like full force. And we actually had like 2 or 3 days of tornadoes down here. And I was like, oh my gosh, the universe is going crazy. What is going on? It was absolutely insane. So we know how the masculine's feeling right now. Well, when I heard that song and I Googled it, I decided to put on Pandora and see, on shuffle, see if it would come up with anything. And this song came on. And I had actually deleted my Christmas station on Pandora after Christmas. So the song came on, and it was from Dan Fogelberg, and it was called Same Old Lang Syne, which is the Auld Lang Syne is the New Year's song. You hear it at all the parties and stuff. And I decided to listen to it because it was really pretty. I just thought the singing was beautiful. And the lyrics it almost brought a tear to my eye. It was just amazing. It's basically about this man who's reuniting with an old love. And the lyrics that really stuck out for me was the last ones. It says, "Just for a moment, I was back at school and felt that old familiar pain. And as I turned to make my way back home, the snow turned into rain." Now that to me was just absolutely beautiful. So it just confirms that spirit's with us all. It's a new year. Things are going to happen. And I really am confident that a lot of reunions are going to happen in 2017. And I just want to wish all of you a wonderful night. Actually, you know what? I was going to pull an oracle card. Let me do that now. I've got these 2 here. I completely forgot about them. Okay. I was going to do another one also, but for the masculine, I got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, this is reminding him to lighten up a little bit. Remember, the playful side of being a child and being new to a process, which is really good for him because he does need that playfulness. Oh, here we go. And for the feminine, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. That's perfect for that because she is worth waiting for. He is worth waiting for. And right now, he is going through this to allow her to make her changes and for her to go about what she needs to do. And that right there just confirms it. Now, I will do another one, the top card from this deck. Here we go. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Absolutely. I believe that 100%. That it may not be someone we've met in the 3-dimensional, but this is someone that we've known for centuries. Someone we've gone through these lives over and over again. So this is good. This is overall a very good sign. Now, I hope everyone has a wonderful week, a wonderful night. Thank you again for tuning in. And again, I will try to get to all the comments. Like I said, I'm just overwhelmed by all the response that you guys have given me. And it just really motivates me to keep doing these. And you guys are just amazing. And I love every single one of you. All right, you guys have a great night, and I will get back to you next week. God bless you and namaste.